I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who'd walk 500 miles to fall down at your door. Da 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 da.
Unmute the mic. Unmute the mic.
We're unmuted now.
Hi, y'all. How you doing? Hi, Annette. Robert. It's good to see y'all.
Yes.
How you doing tonight? It's the
feeling?
Ask Jes Reid Show.
Yeah.
So, fire away.
What do you have for us?
What kind of crazy questions do y'all have this week? Because I just want to hear them all.
And I'll even answer them in song form sometimes.
In song form.
In song form, I will answer your question.
It has been such a wild, amazing week. We did 6 podcasts this week that are going to be coming out all throughout the next month. What else have we done? We've seen so many breakthroughs. Oh my goodness.
Right.
The breakthroughs have been off the charts this week.
I feel like we're breaking through with breakthroughs.
Right.
Honestly.
It's so fun to watch people just totally come alive. Everything changes right here, right now. Top 5 rappers of all time. Tupac has to be. Snoop Dogg, always. Biggie Smalls was, yes. Muted. Our mic keeps muting.
Oh, how is it doing this?
Did you hear them? That is horrible. Something keeps happening. Okay. Did you get them? It was totally. It was
muted this whole time?
No, I don't know. Play some Wu-Tang, please. How do we stay so positive? Ooh, and what's our favorite drink? There's so many good ones. How about ages? That's quick.
How do I stay so positive?
I'm 41 this month. He's
I'm 36.
younger. Look at me go.
Yeah.
My favorite drink, coffee and water, hands down.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time in the Northwest. Coffee is like the blood in my veins. It's hella good. But water is like life.
Yeah.
And so I think I really just drink super diluted coffee because what ends up happening.
You drink so much water.
Right. You just drink coffee and then you dilute it with more water.
Yeah.
And Wu-Tang. Reid, you need to learn some Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that. That's going to be fantastic. Wow.
What kind of coffee? I am, I'm
not very picky.
Not picky at all.
As long as
I
it's good
drink
coffee.
drip coffee.
It needs to be very dark, very rich.
I like dark, rich coffee. Sometimes I put Flu creamer in it. Honestly, I dream of buying all ethical coffee, but with the amount of coffee that I consume,
he just drinks mostly ethical.
Right. Straight black. No, sometimes I put Flu. I really like coconut creamer. And so I put coconut creamer in it. And sometimes at night, I wanted a drink this evening. So tonight it is coffee with creamer and some vodka. It keeps muting us for a minute. What did you do to build your self-confidence? Man, that is a loaded question. Biggie, okay, he heard Tupac, Biggie, Snoop. I got to go back again.
Yeah, let's go back to here.
Let me go back because I had.
Okay, the first question, what's up, guys? That's
No.
the Sky. The next one is
never had
rappers.
vodka and coffee. Oh man, you're so missing out. Vodka and coffee is the best.
Yeah, you don't even
I'm working
know.
on drink one. By the time the show is done and I'm actually done with my first drink, my little cheeks are gonna be so bright red. It's like, ooh, look at Jess go. It's Friday night and we're rolling.
Vodka and coffee. I know. I always think rum and coffee.
Rum and coffee's good, but vodka and coffee works too.
Apparently it does.
And I like Costco vodka because I don't drink a lot, so I can have a big bottle that lasts forever, and that's totally cool.
And I'm drinking water.
Oh, Ernie, it's because we're live streaming. We're multi-streaming, so there's lots of other. We're live streaming in other places too.
Yeah.
But I need to. It was. I had Eminem and MC Hammer, which turned into Emma Hammer. Was it Emma Hammer?
Oh,
MC Hammer? No, it was
MC Hammer. Anyway. And then you have Tupac.
Right.
But they didn't hear Biggie
Salt
Smalls.
and Pepper. Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper, Biggie Smalls.
Right.
And what was the other one?
Salt and Pepper was like pure fire.
Tupac, that's all of them.
Wait, and then you've got to throw in like the Boys to Men and the Whitney Houston. They don't rap, but it was part of the soul. Like that soul was there. Okay, what do you do to build your self-confidence,
really
though?
Quick. Hold on.
Oh, and then we got to sing, Reid.
That's how I build my self-confidence. But honestly, right, I know. Now I got to sing. I'm all over the place. So here's my rappers. Blurry Face.
Uh-huh.
My name's Blurry Face. And
isn't that 7 Doors Down? Is it Seventh Day Slumber? No, 21 Pilots.
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots is who that is.
When he's rapping, he's Blurry Face. When he's singing, he's 21 Pilots.
No, Blurry Face is the name of the song, isn't it?
Well, he calls himself Blurry Face in the song, so I just think he's Blurry Face. But everybody calls him Blurry Face when he's rapping because
it's
he's like, my
Pilots.
name's Blurry
Seven
Face.
Doors Down? Seriously?
Yeah,
it's 3 doors down and
then
Seventh Day Slumber? Is that how this goes?
Mm-hmm. Third Eye Blind.
So really, I want to know how you build your confidence.
Well, let me tell you all my rappers first. Okay, so
what the heck is going on with our mic, y'all? I'm just going to keep watching that mic. It just randomly decides to do something. I don't know.
All right, so the next one is Token, because Token is really stoking.
Man, yeah, give me one Token song, please.
I don't remember. He raps so fast I can't keep track, and I just admire that he talks about real shit. So look up Token.
Okay.
He has one song called "The Bully."
Okay.
And the only part I can remember is like, it's pretty brutal. So just go check out Token.
Go check it out.
Token's
what else?
Cool, and then Eminem is.
Throw your comment,
Eminem
your questions at us,
me to
y'all.
be a better writer, artist.
Who does?
Eminem. He inspires me to be a better writer, artist, and person because he talks about his fucked up stuff,
right?
With shame, and so it reminds me that I should not have shame. Like the opposite of what Eminem does to feel better about myself. So it's like it's like this attitude check thing,
right?
While having really awesome music.
You know what I think is happening? I think our mic cord is going out. But don't
I figured it out. It's not going out.
It's not?
No, it's not going out. I figured it out. It's fantastic.
We have a half-plugged mic, yo. Maybe that'll make it work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, so can we go to confidence?
Oh, yeah. And
I want to know about your confidence. I did!
No!
Okay, so tell me all about your confidence, because
Snoop Dogg is the other rapper. So there we go. All right, so my confidence.
Tell me all about the confidence.
Because if I were to tell you about confidence in a Snoop Dogg kind of accent, I'd be like, I want to tell you about your confidence, yo.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your confidence. I want to thank me for taking care of me and being me all these years, just being me.
Looking out for number one.
Looking out for number one, me. I want to thank the universe for recognizing me.
And me seeing me. I'm so proud of me.
I want to thank me for loving me. What's up? For just doing me when everybody else was trying to be somebody else but them. I want to thank me for being me all these years. I want to thank me for putting in overtime, hustling.
I loved that.
It's one of my favorite.
That Snoop Dogg video is
it's so
epic.
Candid and so real and so ridiculous at the same
perfect
time. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's like totally owning all of his shit, and that actually leads right into the same question. How do you feel about confidence?
How do you feel
how do you get it? Yeah, and
my confidence comes from deep within. Yeah. I believe that I am so me.
Right. Hustling.
I am so me that the more I tap into me, the more I become me.
Right.
And that's confidence. That's confidence. I can't be anybody. I can be inspired. But as soon as I try to be like somebody, I like that. I'm kind of like that person. Whenever I did that with music, whenever I did that with parenting, whenever I did that with my business, whenever I did that with my sex life, whenever I did that with...
whenever you did that
it sucked. And not in a good way. So it's just be you and I'll be me.
Well, and I think I just kind of force learned confidence, to be honest. Like I didn't have real confidence, but when I met Martin, honestly, when I was trafficked, that's why my book is titled what it is. It is because when you are a product, you have to carry yourself in a certain way. And I learned how to sell myself. And man, it just, you have to carry yourself in a certain way. You behave a certain way. You feel a certain way. And you realize after a while that you get more shit done. And Mike is muted again.
That's just rude.
But then it did come when I just really quit giving a fuck what people thought about me.
We're going to actually...
No, are you going to unplug it?
We're going to unplug it.
Unmute. Can you guys hear us? Someone tell us that you can hear us. Please, can you hear us?
Okay, go to
No, it's not muted. I bet they can.
Cam and mic, because I don't know.
Oh, the settings?
Yeah.
Oh, they can hear us. Look at that.
Yay.
Okay.
Very cool.
Thanks, y'all. Okay, we just look what he did.
Peaches, honey.
He unplugged the mic. It's here, but no one's home. And so we're using the computer mic. So we'll see what happens. Oh, what's your favorite thing about each other?
Oh.
Thank you guys.
That's a really good question.
Hey, look what I could do. Look at that. Throw your questions in, y'all. I'd love to see them.
Guy,
what is your favorite thing?
What do you guys?
Let's just sit up now. Look at that.
I'm one guy. I'm Guy, the guy.
What? No. What's your favorite thing about me? Come on now.
What is? I just love this. Guy, thanks for being here.
I appreciate you, Guy. You're the best guy. The guy.
My favorite thing about you is your way of looking at the world. It kind of it just makes me feel really good deep inside, in all the other ways too. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's how you just express your world. Yeah, you just and your laugh. You're insanely.
You know what? That's what I love about you, is that no matter how much of an uptight bitch I was, like when I was just naggy and bitchy and complainy, you made me laugh. And sometimes you just like straight up make fun of me in a really good humored way. And you taught me how to lighten up.
Yeah.
Like the lightening up is a really, really big deal. Like
I literally joked until you cracked.
Right. He killed me with laughter. And it worked because I was way too wound tight. So that's it. That's the favorite, because he always makes me laugh. Yeah. Hey, Lori, how are you doing? Long time no see. So what questions do you guys have?
Yeah, anything.
Like, you hit us with some crazy anything. Like,
my boss back when I did construction always said, no question's a stupid question. Until I asked him some really stupid questions. Yeah. I looked up at the ceiling and I said, are we going to trim that beam up there?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
he did also pull out a bathtub that wasn't supposed to be pulled out.
I did. That was one of my favorite. That's my favorite construction story of all time. It's the ultimate oops. Oh. The ultimate oops. You're supposed to take the shower surround and the walls, and then you take the whole tub. Right. I felt so proud of myself. I literally shoved, all I had was my pickup truck, and I shoved all of the debris, all of the tile from the entire house, and the tub.
The tub that was supposed to stay there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good job.
And no matter how I tried to communicate it with the building guy, he was brand new. I was determined he was saying something else, and yes, the tub came out. Yeah, so that was fun.
Oh, Guy, you are full of the awesome questions today.
Yeah.
I've never even thought about this, ever.
Do you feel you have a werewolf? Definitely werewolf you over here.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely not
really?
Vampire. Very werewolf-like.
Oh, I am all vampire.
Yeah.
I'm werewolf?
A goofball werewolf. Like in the movie, like, what's his name?
I sleep with this guy.
What? The movie with the Back to the Future guy in it, the kid who was the werewolf, like high school werewolf or whatever.
Wait, for real, yo, like, werewolf? But I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm very werewolf.
I can't digest anything. It's all stuck.
You want me to help
You're not vampire? Wow. No, okay, it's just me.
She's a vampire. We're learning all kinds of things tonight.
Right. Yeah, I am vampire through and through. Although I like the night, but vampires like night. Aren't we the ones that sparkle during the light? Isn't that Twilight?
Yeah.
You want to know a secret about us?
We don't know.
We don't know shit about shit when it comes to movies. No. Like, nothing.
You could stump us all day long.
Right. We have seen 0 movies. Like,
let's see if they can get us. Let's do that. If you have a question like, have you seen this movie? That's a good question. We'll probably be like, no.
Right. What's your favorite movie? Yeah. So I'll have something to watch, because I don't surrender.
That's what I thought. It sounds like a lot of drama.
Oh, Brooke has a good one.
Ooh, yeah.
What's our parenting style, and is it hard having a big family? Yeah.
And no.
Yeah. And no.
Yeah. I think it was harder when they were littler.
Yeah.
Like, by far.
As they've gotten older, it's definitely a ton easier, because we did a good job when they were young. Yeah. And so they're generally pretty respectful. They're totally kind.
Yeah.
They're not malicious or hurtful. Like, they don't.
Yeah.
They have general sibling things like siblings do, but they don't fight. Our parenting style would be kindness. We're definitely gentle in that we used to spank. We quit, I guess it was about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
And we used to yell. I was very rageful and I hated everything about who I was. And so I changed. And we are very, we believe our children are fully human, all in themselves. And we need to ask them more questions. Like instead of just saying no, we ask why.
Mm-hmm.
And we listen to them, and I answer probably 3,000 questions a day.
Yeah.
And so,
and then we show them at a very young age how to be aware. We've always done that.
We teach them how to be aware of themselves, their feelings, and how to communicate, because you don't know how, like the frontal lobe of your brain doesn't develop until you're like 21 to 25. So you have to teach how to logically think through long-term consequences, just like you would someone like myself who had severe complex trauma, which meant that front part of my brain didn't develop anyway. And so I had to teach myself how to do it. And I thought, well, let's just teach our kids, because we believe in them and we believe in extreme self-responsibility.
Yeah.
So ultimately, our kids are responsible for their words and their actions. I don't judge. I don't believe in judging, except I do judge. I judge people not by the color of their skin, not by where they grew up, not by what they look like. I judge words and actions, because our words and actions are the only thing that can tell us who a person is, what they're like.
Absolutely.
And so we're known by our words and actions.
Yeah.
And they're responsible for their own words and actions. And so am I. And when you teach them that for a long time, it's amazing how cool your kids are.
I agree. There's another question here. Have you watched Child of the Corn, speaking of movies? I have not.
I don't like horror, because I also don't believe violence is entertainment. Violence is history. There's tons of violence that you learn from.
Violence is happening everywhere.
Right, but I don't watch it as entertainment, just because it also makes my face twitch.
What's the next
hold
question?
on. What's Vegas like? Being a ghost town. Really freaking weird.
Like the Rapture.
Right.
And I'm not even like into the Rapture thing, but I'm telling you, after I used to watch the Rapture movies, it's just like that, except they didn't even leave their clothes.
Right.
Apparently clothes are spiritual too, because we're all gone and all of our stuff.
It's a really weird. All the lights are on and no one is home.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
The security guards
are just
bored out of their minds.
Brooke, it's so amazing. Gentle parenting and empathy. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
You're beautiful. Take a screenshot of that.
We screenshot that right there. Smile, Reid.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you, Brooke.
We did not know how to do it, and so we took this crazy risk and just listened to our kids.
Yeah,
like which seems so not crazy. Like we talked to them and we listened to them and we believed in them, simply because I didn't want to pass on the same legacy of abuse that was passed on to me.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to be like cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Like just be able to handle things. And honestly, the best parenting book I ever read was Go the Fuck to Sleep. And the reason it was because it told me
Samuel L. Jackson.
There's one other book called this is the name of it.
This is gonna make me crazy. Yeah.
There's a parenting book. It is actually done by a parenting expert. Completely forgot the guy's name, but the name of it is Calm the Fuck Down.
Right.
And I think you can still get that on Amazon. Calm the Fuck Down. I don't remember his name, but the guy's got to be pretty rad to be able to come up with a book. Because guess what happens when you feel like doing something stupid?
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down. Guess what happens when your kid does something stupid and you're irritated.
Yeah, you need to calm the fuck down.
Calm the fuck down. Like, if you start with that, everything works out a lot better. 2 of my favorite books. There we go.
Yep, right there.
Parenting.
Oh,
shoot,
one person, dead or alive. Oh, my knee jerk is my dad. That's my knee jerk reaction. But it would be just because he died when I was 10, and the only thing he wanted in life was for me to not turn out like him. My dad was one of 10 kids. He was the oldest of 10. He was the oldest boy of 10 kids. My grandfather got all 3 of his daughters pregnant. I have never met, I met one of his brothers and one of his sisters in my entire life. I've never met my grandparents. I don't really have the desire to. Like, it just doesn't seem like a good family to go seek out, since my dad went to such great lengths to keep me away from them. And all he wanted was for me to not experience the pain that he experienced. And it would make him very sad for him to know what I went through. But he would be so super freaking proud of me right now. And I would love for just to be able to say, hey, Dad, look what I've done. Look at this amazing, look at your grandchildren. Look at what happened. Because all he wanted was to protect me, and he wasn't able to, but I was able to carry that on. My next person right behind would probably be someone like Nikola Tesla, or Elon Musk. He's
not dead.
It's dead or alive.
Oh,
but Elon Musk, because honestly, I think our brains work really similar. Like, the quirkiness that I see in him, I really, really feel. And I think we would have a mind-bending, like, we would go to a different universe type of plane. And I would love that conversation. Yes. So, and he's not dead, and neither am I. So, Elon, I'm coming for you, buddy. I want to have a mind-bending. We can go all Joe Rogan and smoke a joint and see what happens, because it's gonna get wild. Okay, Reid, one person, and I gave 3. So how do you like that?
The first person I want to meet with is a dead person, and it is Nikola Tesla. And the reason is because at the end of his life, because he's just a badass person. He's weird. He's quirky. He walks around the block 5 times before he goes in the fancy restaurant. He's rubbing shoulders with people, and then he disappears for 5 years and sets up this big tower and starts lighting up light bulbs out in fields. He's a really quirky, weird guy. And he's basically made way for an entire electrical grid that we now rely on.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from Niagara Falls producing electricity to the generators, the electrical generators, every fucking generator.
All those coils
that you pull every time you pull that cord, and it's that motor that's in there, that coil motor, that was designed by Nikola Tesla. And so I just go, yeah, I'd like to be there to ask him actually about his habits and how they work around his inventions, rather than just like, oh, have you ever thought about, like your death ray and what it would do to the world if somebody got a hold of it? I just would like to get to know the guy on a deep level.
Right. That's really, I don't have a desire to meet a lot of famous people. It's that I just want to have the conversation that I think I couldn't have with a lot of other people. It's not about being starstruck, because I'm telling you, all those times that I screwed someone famous didn't do anything for me.
You didn't get extra
That's
perks.
the real truth. Like, screwing a famous person doesn't really do you any good.
No extra perks there.
Right. It's the brain thing. I love the brain thing.
You like the brain thing. I like the brain thing. And the
Right.
other one is Leonardo da Vinci. And it's because he thinks differently too. And he's weird, and he comes up with some crazy, crazy stuff that it looks a lot like UFOs. And I'm just saying, like, UFOs. Like,
aliens exist.
I just want to
y'all.
know how Jesus, Moses, and the Aztecs were connected. Just saying. Leonardo da Vinci, you know a lot of secrets. It's all in that veil that you were drawing. I just want to know some shit, you know? Like, I want to know what's really going on behind the veil.
Right? The only thing we know from history is that we never learn from history.
Unless we ask Leonardo da Vinci face to face. Yeah.
Oh, look at all these. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, what other questions do y'all have? There's got to be something.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, what? Okay, more questions.
We don't have any more questions. We're out of questions.
Weird ones. I want some weird questions.
But these are great questions.
Deep questions, weird questions.
They're excellent
shallow questions, super shallow ones. I don't
care. I still go back to coffee. I haven't met a coffee that I haven't liked yet. I like coffee. Look, there's the pink right there. I'm feeling it.
I like lighter roast coffee.
Oh, thank you, Barb.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you. We are just, you know what? It's possible to like design and dream your life and then make it happen.
Yeah, it's true.
I just want to get that out there. That it's possible. I so many times I just didn't think it was possible, and that's bullshit. You can do whatever you want from the darkest, lowest spot. Yeah. There is no spot you can be that is so low that you can't climb out of it. Well, it's that you can't find a path.
Yeah.
I have so many times have been so low where I'm just like, all I need is a path, because the moment I can see a path out of this really fucked up situation, it will be okay.
Because a year and 4 months ago, we were inside of a tent doing this.
Right. Yeah, we were live streaming in a tent. Oh, favorite moment from each of our kids. Oh my goodness. Oh, my oldest comes to mind instantly first, just because.
Do they know how many kids we have?
Yeah, right. That's like. That's a lot of kids, dude.
That's 10 answers. That's 1 answer per child times 2, because there's 2 of us.
Let's start with the oldest. Okay. She's 19, and I adore that she just randomly texts me that she loves me.
Yeah.
Or she just texts me and say, hey Mom, what you doing? And it just makes my heart come alive. Like that.
I love it when she asks me for money. That makes me happy too. I think it's just great because, well, she's just there regardless. But it's great because it's like, I don't know.
I love her fierce tenacity.
I like it all.
You know what?
Yes. Yes.
Her fierce tenacity. Here's a weird fact about us. We actually kind of, in total retrospect, complete hindsight, we named our kids according to like the healing journey that we went on.
Yeah.
And so are you ready for this?
I'm
it is
ready.
Really freaking crazy.
I'm ready.
Because
I'm gonna go back to
I didn't even catch.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't catch it until like years later.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, look at this pattern right here. We did. So my oldest that I had before we got married, her name is Alexis, which means defender of mankind.
Wow.
I was like fierce and fiery, and she helped me protect myself and protect her.
Yeah.
Our second child is named Truth. Is there any question what we were looking for?
Right?
Like, I wanted some serious truth in my life. And he is now amazing and 15 this month. And then we have Zoe Grace.
Yes.
which
And
means
Zoe.
a life of grace. That
Mhm.
was when I finally started to find some peace.
Yeah.
Like when we finally chilled out a little bit.
She was the most chill baby too, because we would swaddle her up. We'd call her a glowworm.
She always looks like a glowworm.
And she had a glowworm. We'd put the glowworm next to her glowworm, and she would just totally chill.
She just liked to be snuggled like this.
She liked to be snuggled like this, sucking on her binky for like
hours.
An hour, 45 minutes at a time. She was cool being alone as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she was thinking about, but I'm sure she was discovering things about the universe we still don't know about. Every now and then she'll just drop a really profound statement, and now I know where it's coming from. Yeah. It was all those times
where she was just
swaddled and just being like,
you know what, we should
looking at the world just the way she sees it.
Right. Let's hit the question at the same time. The favorite moment.
Yeah.
Zoe and her glowworm, Allie and her just tender heart and fierce tenacity.
Yeah.
Truth and his infinite wisdom. He's like crazy analytical, can solve major problems. Like he got all of the analytical side of me and just exploded. Him and I can talk about like solving the world's problems, and like he gets my brain better than anyone, and he executes, which is absolutely amazing to see him interact with his friends.
Yeah,
and
that's my proudest moment with him recently, is where he was interacting with a gal online, and she was going through all these life changes, and there was just a lot of like religious shame, and he was just like coming in with so much understanding, and then she didn't know how to like, she didn't even know she was like gaslighting him, you know, like being really intense and rude, and he would just kindly expose it and say, I still am here for you. And that's the most,
it was stunning.
It's just the most powerful thing when you see a 14-year-old doing this, and to know that it's your child.
Right.
Like, oh my God.
He came to us like, I need help with this. But then as he read what was going on, I'm like, you don't need my help. You need to just keep doing what you're doing, because you are doing it way better than I even would. Right. And like, I was so impressed with him.
Yeah.
But then our fourth child is named Chloe Rose, which means blooming rose. And that was when we were really starting to flourish, and life was doing like, we were feeling a lot better.
She was one of the easiest births. It was an at-home birth, unassisted. Yes, we're crazy, and we know it. And it was the best thing that we've gone through.
That was an unassisted home birth, which was so epic.
Like,
we've had 4 at home of the 5.
Yeah.
But in her, she's the logic police. She is the wittiest and the funniest. Like,
she's snappy.
She is snappy and so fun, because she calls herself the logic police, and she so is, and it is.
And then on top of it, she has ADD like mine, and so she'll just be like, she can really focus really well.
Right.
She's like using it as her superpower. She can build anything really fast.
She's so fast.
And
it's incredible.
She's just so unique and powerful, and then really gentle at the same time. So she's all kinds of
all
stuff.
of our kids are real powerful in both their feminine and masculine. Like they're fierce and confident in both. And that's because we learned how to be fierce and confident in both.
Yeah. And then we've got Quincy.
Which his name means 5th child.
Yes.
Like, that's how you know you're pretty much doing okay. Like, I literally got to the 5th.
And it also means royal son.
Right. Well, and he's the only one with a family name, because his name is Quincy Kyle, and my mom died the same year that we got pregnant with him. Yeah. And so we took both mine and my sister's names, because we were both supposed to be boys.
Yeah.
And gave our boy names to him. And then just ironically, it happened to be that he was the 5th child. And he's named the fifth child.
We didn't even realize that until we looked it up. We're just like, Quincy sounds great. We got a friend named Quincy. There was like this Quincy and that Quincy and everything. Coincidentally, the Quincy was the best best name to come up with for our son Quincy.
Well, it ended, and it was funny because when I recognized the pattern of naming the kids according to like my healing, I was like, oh, defender of mankind. Oh, the truth. Oh, life of grace. Oh, blooming rose. Oh, fifth child. And I was like, dun dun dun.
When I found out it was like royalty, I'm like, royal son. I was like, he always acts like everything is just okay. I've got everything I need, and he knows how to communicate to get whatever he wants, whenever he wants, with anyone he wants.
Yeah.
And it's because he's just like, the world is his oyster, and he survived Lyme disease. He's been paralyzed 3 times, and like entirely paralyzed 3 times in a row.
And he's also the baby, which means he's the only one of the kids that I have actually had a tiny riff of problems with about doing the dishes or doing any chores. All the other kids do them just happily and easily because they're just like the rest of us. You have to do it for the rest of your life. Not a big deal. We're going to do our chores because we all eat. Yeah. You eat, you do dishes. You have clothes, you do dishes. But because he was sick and the baby,
he found ways to, I'll fix this on your phone. I'll do this for you if you just go do the dishes for me.
He will make memes so he doesn't have to do dishes.
He'll come up with any kind of thing. Like, I'm getting creative today. I think I should make some memes.
Q has the best vibes. Yes, he does.
But
and have no fear, right. Sam, you are here.
Right.
Hey, girlfriend. Tara, I'll come right back to that one. Jes, if your relationship is that way now, it will only get better on a different level. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I know.
I need to be talking to y'all when we're
You guys are amazing.
We have a friend who I hope has reached out to you guys recently.
Wait, on the trucking. It's about truckers.
Taking
y'all are
care
awesome.
of the truckers. We got to take care of y'all out there because there's some craziness, especially for y'all who can't pull through the drive-thrus and have all these obstacles to go around in order to just help us function. Damn it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I just can't wait to be friends. Like, to know my kids forever. Because they are the coolest humans. And growing up is like, there's so much change that happens in those like 20 years that like once you get past that, you get to the really cool stages of life. Yeah. And so when I look at raising my kids, I'm like, I just want them to be the best adults they can possibly be. And so we're just going through all these amazing motions where I'm just really trying to equip them to be an adult and to be fully independent and fully capable and fully powerful and totally able to be themselves and to pass on as few of my issues as possible and to just give them all the benefit of the world. Yeah. And that is pretty darn cool.
So why are we
here?
I don't know why we are here, but I know
I'm leaning towards aliens.
I know. So
I don't know.
I'm here to bring light and love. No. and more.
And laughter.
Guess what? And there's more. And then that I'm also here to show anybody who.
Why are we here on Facebook Live or on Planet Earth? Yeah. That's right. I'm here on Facebook. But I think Tara was saying the global question.
Yes, but I want to answer this first.
Right.
I'm rebellious.
Okay, so we're going to answer the why are we here?
Yeah, so I'm here because I want to share with the world that they can, whoever they are, no matter where they live, as long as you're breathing, there's still an opportunity to be a fucking awesome human being. Okay?
Right. I don't know is my answer.
And I think if I just watch enough Ancient Aliens, I'll know exactly why we're here. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they're finding pyramids every season that comes out. I think I watched like
there's like
from,
3,000 pyramids.
Because
like,
it's always on replay.
I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think, Jess? What do you think?
I think it doesn't matter.
Oh, you're always like this.
Right, I know. It doesn't matter why we're here. We are. It is what it is. And I'm just going to make the best of it because it's fun. It's so fun. What's this one? Okay. Which of the world's problems cropped up the most, and what was the solution you and your daughter gave to it? Wow, you know what? All I can think about was a joke that her and I have and have had for many, many years. And it was when she realized that she was kind of mourning the pain of her dad. And I just always joked with her. I was like, I love you. I'm so glad I have you. I'm sorry I fucked your dad. And we joked that it was always going to be her cake all the way through. Now, I never, ever said anything bad about her dad ever as a child. It wasn't until, and I still don't say anything bad. I quite like him. Like, I wish him the best in the world, but he's not available for her. And that is the reality. And I feel bad that I fucked a guy and made a child that he's just not available.
Yeah,
and
so
he's
if y'all
hurt.
see him on the street, just let him know
that
he just needs to reach out and be cool.
Yeah, he just needs to reach out and love her because that's all she's ever wanted was to be loved by him. Yeah. And I get that sometimes you're incapable of love. And it's sad. And she gets that too. And so the humor is, I love you and I'm sorry I fucked your dad.
You never know what you're going to hear on the
right?
Ask Jess and Reid.
You never know. We're here to be the best we can be. Yep.
I love the purple heart.
Yep. And this. Ha ha ha. Yes, Jess. Yes.
Yes.
That's me. Yes, Jess.
Okay. What other questions do we have? I love you.
I have the power. I'm the one who figured out how to live stream like this, so I can put whatever I want up there.
Yeah.
And Vicky says, who's that? I don't know. It's me. It's Jess. Me.
I think she was talking about the person we were talking about.
Hello from the autumn. I don't. Thank you. And okay, do y'all have any more questions? Do you have anything? Like, come on, we're having.
We've got answers. I'll make up my own questions then.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Why did I do that? Good question. Why did I do that? One time I nailed the face of Tongue and Groove. It has a tongue and a groove, so you can hit the groove with a staple to hold it down. And I was so proud of myself. This wasn't my first time doing carpentry. This was about 10 years in. And it was really embarrassing because they mentioned it in the company meeting in front of like 55 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you nail the face of Tongue and Groove cedar in a closet.
I'm loving this. Hey, Guy, just give us all of your religion exam questions because you know what?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Oh,
How fun is this? Well,
okay,
you want to nail? Hey, guys, let's get together and help Guy ace his religion exam.
Yeah.
How would you defeat a giant robot?
Or throw off everyone who's yeah.
It's a giant robot, which means it runs slow and it moves slow. How would I defeat it? That means I have to kill it, right?
This is a religion.
Oh, Helen, thank you.
This
we have tons of energy.
In nature.
Right. I just blow some shit up.
I would pray that it accepts Jesus into its heart, and it would probably just fall to its knees, and then I'd take advantage.
Repent!
I would get up there, and I'd probably just
kind of kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Okay, now it's getting out of hand.
Oh, sorry.
I would literally.
I was having flashbacks.
I would get to its computer because there's always like it never can see you coming when you go behind it. Like it doesn't have cameras back there, so you get behind there.
Oh, what if it does?
they never actually make the robot do anything to you. It like sees you and it's like, oh shit.
I would
and then
go
you get to
18.
its panel and you pull the wire.
No, we
and you
need to
push
go
the
18.
button without it exploding before you
All
leave.
I want to do is jump into the car without like rolled down window.
Yeah.
I don't want to open doors ever.
Ever.
I just want to like jump in and like roll with it. And then
just like
we get to 18 and MacGyver some shit together. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard too.
Dukes of Hazzard.
That was Dukes of Hazzard, not 18.
That's exactly what you were trying to say.
Right. Oh, thank you. It's because I'm wearing booty shorts. I'm just like manifesting
Her
Daisy right now.
Yeah, she's all over the Daisy Duke thing. This is Roscoe B. Coltrane. Yeah.
Hey, I would like go find.
This is Roscoe.
I would go find a box of explosives from somewhere. I would have a random box of dynamite, and I would take that dynamite, and then I would go find some random wire, and I would do something really cool
and random,
and then I would like be super cute and get the robot to follow me because that's what it wants to do.
This sounds like Word Girl.
Right.
Word up. Just like yes. Robot blows up. Oh yeah. That's how she do it. That's a very good exam question. Thank you.
Yeah. That is perfect. Absolutely.
I hope you ace your religious exam now. This totally makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Helen, thank you.
You like both of our energy because I like your energy.
Right?
You've done like 100 burpees for like the last 20-something days, 100 days now.
She's doing burpees?
Yeah, like I don't even know how. I'm like my age and you're like your age, and I mean you're not that much older, but for being like what I'm saying
all I do is burp.
She's been doing
She does burpees?
Burpees, and it's just like killing it.
I'm
over here like pulling off 10 push-ups and being like, oh yeah, I did 10 push-ups.
I want to come back to this, but Helen, thank you. And I can't. This is what he does to me. Like he's crazy. Okay, but this is for real? Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Hold on. Okay, so you have a horse-sized duck, so it's a giant fucking duck.
I 100 duck-sized horses because
it's
unpredictable.
There's
I like the
100
challenge.
of them.
I like the challenge.
Are you gonna play like whack-a-mole? Like they're horses.
Are you gonna give me a lightsaber?
No, you have a horse and a duck. You have a horse-sized duck and a duck-sized horse. I don't want little ones. I'm gonna go for one big one. Because I like getting them done. Get her done. One hit wonder. Like, let's make it happen.
No. I'm seriously going because it would be the most hilarious thing to post on Instagram. Me fighting 100 duck-sized horses.
Little teeny horses. You get a bunch of horses this big.
Yeah. So cool. I wouldn't ever I'd be dreaming about me fighting the duck-sized horses for like weeks.
You may not bring those duck-sized horses to our bed.
To the horses, and then the horses quack. Because that'll make it better. Every time I hear them quack, quack.
It's a little horse going quack, quack, quack.
Okay. Guy, you've got it going.
I always want a horse-sized duck because I'll ride that sucker. I'll tame it. I'm not even going to fight it. You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to tell it I love it, tame it, and then ride that sucker into the wind.
Yeah.
The horses too. She'd fight the horses too.
Absolutely.
I just want a duck the size of a horse. I want to ride that fucker. When is the point of walking away when you're having communication problems? The moment
Whenever you have a problem.
The moment there's a problem, you walk away. Take a break. Like the moment, the very instant, before you're like, I'm about to get mad. Right then, you walk away. Like, oh, you're about to piss me off. Right then, walk away. Oh, nope, walk away. Right at that moment, before anything bad happens, Pause.
What if you're in the middle
Go
of a
take
live
a break.
show? Then what do you do? Here's what I would do. Right. You just cover it up with this. You just do that, and everything's fine until later. We call it putting it on a shelf or shoving it in a box till later.
Right. You'd
It's
always
there.
deal with it later. You have to deal with it later. Yeah. But I refuse to argue. I refuse to fight. I refuse to like have pissing contests. I will solve problems when we are both calm and collected.
Yeah.
And
I agree with her.
we will come back to it 4 or 5 times. Like if we come back to it, start arguing, snip.
Stip, zip, zip.
No.
Zip.
And we'll come back to it a few hours later. We'll
Zip.
get going and start arguing.
Yep.
And we will do that. It's like, if you can't talk nice, I'm not talking. And now we both do it. And so it's like, with a moment one of us starts to get disrespectful, the other one's like, and
now we're
funny.
getting terrible at actually being disrespectful.
Right. Now
like
we
it's
just
throwing off our game.
Right.
So.
We never even get there anymore, which is really funny because now we just say things like, give me a minute. I know, it's nuts.
Right.
Friggin' crazy.
Why has it got to be so easy?
Horses are more skittish by nature.
Yeah.
I think I could scare a duck. I do. Even if it was the size of a horse.
Horses are more skittish. That's what I'm saying. If you have a bunch
And what
of
if it's
tiny,
a little horse?
You have all these little tiny duck-sized skinny skittish horses. It's hilarious because they're just like trotting all over the place. They're like wild horses.
I want to ride a giant duck. Do you know how awesome I would be riding a giant duck?
Can you ride the giant duck? Let's say I get skittish little tiny horses that are duck size, and you get to ride the duck and chase me, who's chasing the tiny little horses that are duck size. This sounds great.
I'm just going to ride the duck.
Yeah.
You know what? On that note,
yeah,
y'all have been awesome.
Yeah, we have 4 minutes left.
Oh, we have 4. Is it on a timer?
Well, we're going for an hour.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Every
show needs to go for at least
it goes for an hour.
Yeah.
But what happens if one gets upset because the other one wants to walk away until? Great question.
Then they have issues.
He ends up. He ended up talking to my back. Because I would walk from room to room to room. It was
pretty convincing when I was standing.
Yeah, or I would just leave the area.
Yeah.
I would go on a walk. Like, I'm going, like, he'd be talking to the back of me. I'd be like writing a note. I'm going for a walk. And it's like, if he has the audacity to like follow me down the driveway and on a walk, like, are you just going to keep following me and yelling? Really?
Almost every single time.
Like, fucking grow up. Like, go take a break.
When she just turned around and walked away, I didn't walk toward her because why would you walk towards somebody?
Wait, you did it first before you knew what was really going on?
Yeah, because I thought you were like just upset, but you were really just like not wanting to talk.
Like, I just started leaving.
I was like, oh shit, I said the wrong thing.
Yep. And
that's true.
I would say it.
Want to talk about it till later.
Right. I would say it. It probably took 10 or 12 arguments before of me saying, I'm not going to talk to you when we're arguing. I will talk to you when we're calm.
Yeah.
The end. I will not talk to you when we're arguing, when we're calm.
You know, it's funny. You did that for a period of her life, and I did that a period of life with you because we had our own. We weren't getting out of our own way at certain times of our life. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Yes, good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
great question.
I know. I miss you too, Renee. And I love the people of Rockport. It just, we need Vegas. That's really just.
We have some free running.
You know what?
In those empty casinos.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can come visit us in Vegas. You just have to walk away. And I would tell them, I'm walking away. And I would just say it calmly, walk away.
Yeah.
And eventually it stopped the cycle because it was really the only way is we had to turn the cycle upside down somehow, some way. And it takes 2 people to fight. What happens when I stop fighting?
it stops.
Right. He gets really, like, I remember standing there staring at you, and you would be yelling, and I'd be like, you done yet?
I'd be like, emotional.
Done?
Yeah.
Can we have a conversation yet? Like,
so y'all.
on that note, thank you, Renee.
Oh yeah, and thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all, this is happening next week, same time, same station, right here on Jes and Reid page and in Trauma Breakthrough Group. So all you got to do is join Trauma Breakthrough Group, because that's really important.
Join our group because it's fun.
Yeah, because
it's a community of self-healers, which is totally epic.
Yeah, Trauma Breakthrough and self-healing. Healing, yes.
Healing.
Yeah, that's where we hang out. And a lot of other places, because we really get around. We're doing a lot of podcasts. But if you want to give us questions for next week, you're up there, hi. If you want to give us questions for next week, just drop it in our PMs, DMs. There's one
Ask
for this
questions.
page.
You
ask the questions, because we are going to hit it hard next week.
We are.
Well, yeah.
We're going to just hit it
hard. Hit the questions hard.
Okay, guys. We love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys have been amazing. We love you.
Muchos lados.
Have a great night. Happy weekend.
Gracias.